In this video, in details, how to change the engine oil on Ford Focus 3rd generation. Yeah, what oil to use, oil capacity, drain plug, torque, intervals. Well, without further ado, let's get started. And first, before even starting an oil change, make sure your engine warm up to the operating temperature. As you can see, we have oil change required message. Warm up your engine. Alright, we're ready to get started. Turn your engine off, put a key in your pocket, apply e-brake, make sure vehicle is in park, and we're safe to go. Chuck the wheels, make sure vehicle won't roll anywhere. Safety as usual should be our priority. I drove over the ramp, just enough clearance to get underneath. That's my option. Alright, let's pop the hood and get to the engine. Guys, if you're first time to the channel, subscribe, appreciate it. Alright, let's open the hood. There's a yellow latch. Pull it out and lift the hood up. We have a 2-liter Duratec 4-cylinder gasoline engine. Beautiful engine. This is not a turbocharged model. Alright, as you can see, there is a vehicle tag. This is 2018 year model. And before starting any work under the hood, I like to use the shop compressed air to blow that road grind, all dust, what's resting on top of the engine. Just start clean. Alright, let's get under the vehicle. As you can see, we have a engine skid plate, teddy bear type, and we have a bunch of screws around. In a few seconds I will show you how many, and I'm going to use 8mm socket. In your case maybe a different fasteners, but I have those 8mm screws. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, as you can see, there are the screws. Very easy. And take that shield off to get access to the bottom. Pull the dipstick. It will help air to get in and let the oil drain faster. 15mm socket to remove our drain plug, and we're going to use the catch can to drain the oil. Alright, slide it right underneath. I like to wire brush it, the drain plug, make sure it's clean. Yeah, if this video is helpful, informational, educational, put a thumbs up, appreciated that. And yeah, this video is only for demonstration how I do it and what works for me. Alright, let's break that bolt loose and get an oil drain. Right, way I'm doing it, when I'm unscrewing the drain plug by hand, I'm applying the pressure lightly to control the oil flow. Make sure it won't start dripping or pouring out accidentally, and avoid making a mess. Yeah, alright, it's almost out. I'm slightly applying pressure and pull it out fast, and that way no oil in my hand, nothing splashed, spilled. Yeah, inspect the washer, make sure it's intact, no cuts, it's not dry. I'm going to reuse it. This one was replaced not a long time ago. You can get a new drain plug. It costs a couple dollars. Alright, drain the oil completely, make sure it's all out, and start the drain plug by hand. Always a few threads, and I'm going to snag with a ratchet and 15mm socket. And as a rule of thumb, always use a torque wrench on drain plugs where it's possible. I'm always using a torque wrench, make sure it's all to factory specs, and according to the internet, 20 foot-pounds of torque, yeah, or 27 Newton meters. Alright, we're all good. Torque it up. We're moving to the filter, and I'm using a Greek yogurt container to catch that oil what will spill from the filter and reduce the amount of mess. Any tool you like to break that filter loose. My choice is a pipe pliers. Very easy to spin the filter. Alright, let's undo the filter and catch whatever oil will be coming from the filter housing, and it all will go into that plastic Greek yogurt container and prevent us from making a mess. Alright, let it drain, filter in. Later on I'm going to cut that filter open and see if we have any sparkles, any bearing material, how dirty is it. Yeah, for extra additional information what's about the engine condition. Alright, let's wipe the mating surface, make sure it's clean where a new oil filter gasket will seal. Alright, nice and clean, that's very important, and gasket didn't stick from the old filter. Nice, shiny, almost perfect. Alright, we're going to use 15W20 Lucas synthetic motor oil. That's what I have. And how often do I do an oil change? Every 5,000 kilometers. Yes, oil is cheap, engines are expensive. Keep your engines clean, happy, and they will last a long time. Alright, this engine takes 4.5 quarts, and that we're going to put it. And as a filter, I'm using Baldwin filters, and on the side of the filter lots of useful information. That's what we're doing. And we wipe the housing. Now we're going to put the oil, and then when filter touches the base, we're going to make a one turn to tighten it up. Alright, let's apply the oil on a gasket, make sure it won't stick to the housing, and we're not going to pour the oil inside the filter. If you want to fill it up, we have to fill it up in those small holes. Make sure oil will get filtrated through the filter. If you put it in the middle, that's where the clean oil is coming out, filtrated. Yeah, I'm not going to pre-filled, it's fine. Alright, let's pull our drain pan out and install a new filter. Try not to touch anything with a filter. Seal, just go straight to the housing and start it. Few threads, make sure you feel it, it's going easy and straight. Make sure you're not cross-threading. More information about the part numbers from Ford and this Baldwin I will put down in the description below. Check it out. Alright, let's tighten it up. One full turn, and that's it. Never use any tools to tie the filter. My glove is a little bit oily and it's slipping. Now we have one full turn. Perfect. It won't leak. Nice. Yeah, as I said, oil is cheap, filters are inexpensive, and keep your engine happy and it will last a long time. Engines, they're expensive. This is one of the best Ford engines you can find in Ford Focus, and this oil change will be applied for vehicles built between 2012 up to 2018. This is 2018 year model. Alright, our funnel is ready. Let's put a fresh oil, and I have a spill pad. Make sure I want to have any oil spilled all over my engine. Just keep it all tidy and clean. Yeah, we'll speed up the process, and we have to add another half a quart. 4 quarts fits in that container. Alright, a little bit more to top it up, oil to the required amount. Yeah, guys, if you have any comments, questions, critiques, suggestions, recommendations, concerns, put everything down in the comment section below under the video. Yeah, alright, we have 4.5 quarts put in, and yeah, that's the required amount. Let's put our filler cap back. Alright, nice and tight. Pull 06 out, wipe it, and put it back. As you can see, it's dry and clean. And remember, our oil filter is empty, and oil will get sucked in, circulated through the system, and it will go slightly down. We're a little bit above the high mark, which is perfect. Right, let's start the engine. And remember, always check oil before starting any vehicle you're working on. If you never run that vehicle, and it's good practice, always check the oil, make sure you won't cause any damage. Alright, we have a fresh oil. Now I'm going to start the engine, warm it up a little bit, run it for a minute or two, let the oil run through the system, and then we'll let vehicle to sit for a couple minutes for oil to settle down, and then we're going to check again. Okay, let's pay attention to the oil pressure light. When pressure will build up, that genie will disappear. There we go, engine fire up, is on, running, and engine oil pressure light disappeared. Means our engine build up oil pressure, oil is circulating through the system. Let's go and check for any possible leaks. Yes, look for any leaks around oil filter housing where it possibly could happen. Alright, let's see if we have any leaks around. B7491 oil filter and around the drain plug. Perfect. Great example, aluminum oil pan and real metal bolt type drain plug. No plastic oil pans, no any of those modern caps. Alright, oil circulated through the system. Let's shut it off. I will also make a video how to reset the oil change required message on this vehicle. Video will be right at the right corner. Also, we'll put a link down in the description below. Pin it in a comment. Yeah, perfect. Well, I'm happy. This vehicle runs great. We'll keep it this way. It's a great car. Yeah, as you can see, we still have oil change required message. Yeah, we're going to do it next. And yeah, video will be over there. Check it out. It's pretty simple. Also, don't forget to clean that teddy bear shield. And yeah, oil ready to settle down. Engine slightly cool down. And we're going to check it again. Yes, check the oil. Make sure you have a sufficient required level. Yeah, always wipe the dipstick and then pull it out and see what you have. Take care, everybody. Yeah, and see you next one. Bye bye.